Flying Things That Sting and How to Survive by Izzy Wright
and Sailor Whitaker.
First up, there's a lot of yellow flying insects out there, so it's important to know the difference. These are ones with no stingers. These are hoverflies, bumblebees, and carpenter bees. They're friendly, harmless, little guys that you can pet. They mean no harm.
Now the honeybee only has one stinger. That means they can only sting you once, and then the stinger goes in your skin and they die. So they'll try to avoid stinging you as long as they can.
These guys, however, these are bullies. These are the meanies. These are the hornets, yellow jackets, and wasps. And they can sting you as many times as they want, wherever they want. Some it's just if you bug them, but some just, they feel like it. They like to hover around your food. They like to pester you. And these guys, same as the bumblebee though, when they sting you, it releases a pheromone to let other bees or wasps or hornets or yellow jackets in the area know that you are a danger. So you really want to get that stinger out, and you really want to get away from where you were stung so that all the other guys in the area don't come after you too, because multiple stings is a lot worse than one. A non-allergic person can withstand up to 10 bee stings per pound. It's important to also know what to look out for when you're out in the wilderness, so you can avoid these to begin with. Yellow jackets like to live in the grounds. They live in holes, normally near the bases of trees. So before you camp out and sit next to a tree, maybe check for a nest. Wasps make these paper mache type bulbous, beautiful things that hang up in trees in high areas. And then bees can swarm in any area they want. They can swarm in your attic, they can swarm in your chimney, they can swarm in the engine of an old car, and they make these waxy, holy, hive comb, honeycomb places to live.
If a swarm of bees were to come out of this tree right here and attack, where would you run, or what would you do?
Not confident in there being water close to here, so probably inside.
Would you know what to do in the event of a bee swarm?
No.
Any of you know what to do in the event of a bee swarm?
Not a clue.
Definitely not go to a river. They'll wait. Probably run to the closest person, push them.
Good answer.
I'm a beekeeper, and so we move the bees up from North Carolina to Virginia in the summertime so they can cool off. And this is a swarm that we found because sometimes when they reject their queen, or if it's too crowded in their hive, they're like, we're gonna leave. And this normally happens in the spring or fall. So then they just go find a place where they can live and clump up together. So if you ever see something like that, call a beekeeper and they'll remove it. Even my dad, who's a beekeeper, got stung in the eye. So if you're around bees, make sure you're covering all your body parts. And if you're just out in the woods and you're chased by a bee, make sure to cover your face. But look out where you're going.
Right here, I think the best place to run would be a straight line into the Davis Center.
Yeah.
You want to run in a straight line, not a zigzag line, and actually not go into water, because they'll just wait for you at the edge of the water. But they won't wait for you inside.
Cover your face and don't swat at them because it'll aggravate them.
Run in a straight line, get inside. Or run through high bushes and weeds so they can't get you down low.
80% of people who die from wasp and bee stings are men. Venom is introduced to the skin. The proteolytic enzymes begin to activate in response to the venom, which causes vasodilation and the ensuing inflammatory response, edema, pain, arrhythmia, and increased warmth. But severe cases, if you're allergic, it causes anaphylactic shock, which is the severe sensitivity that is rapid in onset and is characterized by airway, breathing, or circulatory problems, usually associated with skin and mucosal changes, and it can cause death. So make sure you know if you're allergic to these or not.
The sting for someone who's not allergic versus allergic is very different. Someone who's not allergic can just have a small bump in the area that just really hurts, and can cause some swelling, so maybe just put some ice on it. Make sure you get that stinger out. You want to do it in a swiping motion and get it out. You don't want to pluck it out or kind of squeeze it out, or else the venom will it'll squeeze more venom into you, which is what's in the stinger, which is making you hurt. But someone who's allergic can develop hives and anaphylactic shock. But over time, as you're stung more and more throughout your lifetime, you can actually develop an allergic reaction. So just because you've been stung once and didn't have an allergic reaction doesn't mean that the next time you're going to get stung, you won't have one. So they can develop over time.
Are you allergic to bees?
No, thankfully.
Are you allergic to bees?
No.
Great.
Well, not that no, it would hurt though, I bet.
Yeah, and you can develop an allergy
Oh, really?
if you're stung enough times.
Really?
Fun fact.
Then I really wouldn't want to get stung.
Are any of you allergic to bees?
No.
No, but my mom is.
Does she carry an EpiPen with?
She does. She's very responsible.
So
Amazing.
She'd be safe if I push her.
Okay.
Necessarily, but
Push his mom. Got it. Excuse me, are either of you allergic to bees?
No. Not that I know of.
Do you carry an EpiPen with you?
No.
All right, thank you. Excuse me, are either of you allergic to bees?
No.
Are you allergic to bees?
Say that again?
Are you allergic to bees?
No.
Thank you. Are you allergic to bees?
No.
Are either of you allergic to bees?
No.
Are you allergic to bees? No. No one's allergic to bees. Hi, are either of you allergic to bees?
I'm not.
Are you allergic to bees? Are you allergic to bees? Are you allergic to bees? His dad's allergic to bees. I think old people are allergic to bees. Maybe because they've been stung a bunch of times.
So if you come across someone and you're responding to them and they had gotten stung by a bee, you're going to want to ask a couple questions as the initial assessment. You're going to want to ask them how many stings were there, is the patient allergic, have they had stings before, where is the sting, is the insect still around or alive, history of medication, and if they carry an EpiPen. We will now be modeling a fake bee sting situation, not with a real bee, with a dog, but just pretend it's a bee. And if this happens to you and you're allergic, use an EpiPen. This is our fake EpiPen. You're going to take off the cap and punch it into the medius part of your thigh. I won't shoot attack. Ow! I've been stung! So bees swarm most of the time in the spring and fall because they are moving their colony to establish a new hive, and they may move in large swarms until they find a suitable spot. So you want to be extra careful during those times of the year. Other kinds of prevention include you want to wear light colored clothing, avoid wearing red, maintain distance, and
Stay safe out there.